If I'm a mod, then I can. Oh, okay.
I think they're gonna die. Glop Chomper? Glop Chomper's cuts pipe.
Obviously, you bit your grandchild. Oh.
Blobfish?
Yes.
Yes. There's a few things that are dangerous and boring.
Like what?
Bleach. Hello and welcome. You have entered the extremely casual zone. I'm Sean Morley. Let's hang out. Excuse me, I have a welcome bear.
Forsooth! Much obliged for rousing the welcome day. I doth delight in seeing new faces in our discourse, and I doth revel in witnessing the continued growth of this community with each passing moment.
Thank you for triggering the welcome bear, Lucy Lefty. I love seeing new faces in the chat. Okay, here I am in my office. What I'd like to do this afternoon is think about and work on Chatsteroids. And also, because it's going to involve like coding and make game dev stuff, it's just going to be a little slower than normal, and it can't be it just has to be casual and chatty, because I can't make it if it becomes the normal absolute chaos, I'm probably just not going to be able to implement anything. So this is ultra casual mode. Let's see if we can get something into Chatsteroids. And that doesn't mean that the thing we have to make is going to be a good idea or wise. I'm just sort of pre-warning you. There'll be bits where I'm like, let's learn how to do this then. Hello, Pete. Okay, so Chatsteroids. This stream gets chaotic. Yeah, sometimes it gets a little bit, shall we say, fizzy. Which, honestly, I'm here for. I love. But I'm just checking the viability of doing a calm afternoon stream working on Chatsteroids. I mean, if pause, I don't know. We'll see how it works out. It honestly could be even my own instinct to send things mad prevents this idea from really getting to fruition. Anyway, I've been thinking, what does Chatsteroids need? I got a little to-do list. Now that you can shoot yourself, I think there should be a special destruction noise if you've shot yourself. It should be sad. We need more noises and sound effects to let people know what's going on. At the moment, a thing ticks down and goes, oh, the game will be starting, but it should like have a little... It should have a little noise that like lets you know this is the beginning of the game. And there should be background music, I think. Another thing I've noticed is that the game, it's perhaps less so because your own bullets can destroy you. But I've noticed that when it's down to, yeah, like a starter's pistol, I was thinking like a little whistle, but maybe like really compressed. It should be harder when there's only 2 people left, so that last gunfight doesn't last too long. I like it to be tense, but I think if it goes on for too long, here's what it should be, right? When it gets to 2 people, it waits like 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and then slowly something starts happening which, you know, speeds up how long it will be until someone's dead. I was thinking one thing could be the ships just both get bigger, so they're easier to shoot. Maybe the bullets get bigger. Maybe the bullets get bigger and slower. Another thing, these last 2 I actually think are probably more important overall. at the moment, turning and moving and going to a place you want to be is like borderline impossible. Like, if you're going up, if someone knocks into your ship and your ship starts just going up, it's honestly impossible. And if you ever want to turn at like 180 degrees, that's not happening, really. How many ships manage to turn a whole 180 degrees in the course of a Chatsteroids game? So I want people to be able to go like left 180 and the ship will turn around 180. They can specify like how far they want to rotate. And also a stop command. Like if a ship bashes into you and you're flying, or that you've started to move around and you want to stop moving, just let players stop themselves. It's been in place, yeah. I was also thinking it might be funny to occasionally have an AI ship that just comes and just shoots randomly, just spins, just moves to a random spot, spins randomly, just shoots randomly. That maybe can be part of make the game harder when it's down to 2 players. Hello, Rosanna. I'm just making a little docket of things I'd like to put into Chatsteroids. These top ones are relatively easy from a programmatical POV. This one, stop might be relatively easy. Should we try and put in a stop and then just see if it works? So stop should be straightforward, I think. Hello, Immoral. How are you doing? So I think for stop... Alright, let's go into the player ship. I'm not going to try and spend too long fully explaining the code unless I absolutely have to, or it would benefit me to talk through it. Because I think that would slow down what's already going to be a slow process. But let's just say the way it works is there is a little object. Why are you being so slow? There's a little object that reads everything you say, and it checks if certain phrases are in that, and then it can trigger off events. That's all that's happening on that front. And so I think all I would need to do is make an event that looks for the word stop, exclamation mark stop, and then go, if you hear that, just stop all your velocity. Because it's adding force to the rigid body. When you do thrust, it does. There's a component on the object that just it adds a bit of physics velocity to it. And so I just turn that off, I think. So let's try it. So there's something on here that actually handles when it receives stuff from the text. Yeah, let's look at thrust. When does turn right actually happen? What's calling that? Hello, Halloumi. That was a good one, Lucy. Turn right? Aha, okay. So there's this method called onChatMessage, and then it looks at the string, and it's looking what's in there. Does it contain shoot? Does it contain left? Does it contain right? Does it contain thrust? So if p message contains stop, then we'll try and make something that removes. Then that should do. It should just do stop, shouldn't it? Stop velocity. Something like that. So let's make that now. Let's make that exist. I should put it near thrust. That makes sense, doesn't it? Void stop velocity. So it's. I want to just copy this, right? I want to copy the same thing that added force. But I don't want to move force. I maybe want to. I want to remove force. So I want to see if it takes an argument that does that. Rigid body. Add force. You know what? I'm just going to do the cheat code and I'll just ask ChatGPT a question. In Unity, if I want to remove velocity from a rigid body 2D, or rather a game object with a rigid body 2D game component, what do I do? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Oh, vector 2.0. RB velocity. Huh. Okay, so I've already defined the rigid body as being called rigid body somewhere else. Presumably at some point that's got itself rigid body 2D. And where does that get called? Make sure that gets declared okay. Rigid body. Okay, it happens in the start component. Fine. Fine. So that will have been done. That's easy. This is easy. So stop velocity is I just set it to vector 2.0. Okay, great. Rigid body dot velocity equals vector 2.0. And now we test. And now we test to make sure did that work. Let me just check. It's looking if it contains stop. If it does contain stop, we're just going to stop velocity on the object. We're using the inbuilt physics. So theoretically that works. Let's find out. Spawn. Thrust. You're welcome to test with me if you want. Thrust. Let's build up some speed. Thrust. And then we're going to stop. Yes. You can stop. Stopping is enabled. Okay, you want to hit thrust a couple of times and now you can stop. Should it make a skidding sound, like a car skidding? Bonking bound. That's too loud. It's just too loud. Oh, you might not be able to hear it. The bonk is quiet for you. I think I've turned it down on your end. I wonder why you can see a white bit at the bottom here. This is supposed to be the same dimensions as the screen. Well, it is what it is. Yes, friendly fire has been added. Yes, you can now shoot yourself. Bad luck, Imperial. Oh, interesting. So you've stopped moving, but you're still spinning. Huh. So if I stop, I won't stop spinning. I'll just stop. Huh. Huh. So why am I spinning? Where's the spinning coming from? Angular velocity. Oh, do you know Unity, Rosanna? Because I think we want a stop to be a full stop, right? Not stop but spin. Oh, nice. Is there something... I hate to admit it, but I find asking ChatGPT a question and getting it to fish it out of the of docs is so useful. So similar for angular velocity. Yeah, it's a very similar line of code. You just set the angular velocity to 0. Great, easy fix. Rigid body, angular velocity equals 0. That'll probably do it. Hello, Albrock. Thank you for stopping me spinning. That was very kind of you. Alright, I will let you play out your game, though. I'm not a monster. Hello, Albrock. I'm doing a relatively slow-paced stream where I'm just going to add some features into Chatsteroids. Everything so far is quite pleasant. I've added one new feature. You can stop. You can stop your ship. Huh. Why was Funky's command ignored there? I'm a little worried it dropped certain messages. Yeah, Funky can't even shoot. It handles me, for reasons that are now a bit defunct, it handles me differently. I shouldn't really spawn in. I think it's possibly fucked. I think it's possibly fucked because I spawned in. I shouldn't have done. Can you guys do anything? Is it reading anything? Oh, I see. Yeah. My presence in here, it handles my ship differently, which it shouldn't, honestly. Maybe I should get rid of that so that I can come in and debug and test. Because initially, I don't know. I'm learning a lot of lessons very fast. Hello, Dali Sam. If listen to equals show more, yeah, okay, fine. Because I needed to debug it, I added some special things in so that I could have like several ships, and so it had to treat me a bit differently if I was typing. Because you guys aren't allowed several ships. But now it's like, it sort of causes the script to break now if I spawn in, because I didn't keep those exceptions compatible with later changes I made to the script. Hey, I did a good job explaining what's gone wrong. In a broad sense. I can't specifically remember the line of code that's doing this. It doesn't matter. I'll just observe how you guys behave. As long as you're willing to help me debug, I don't need to worry about it. Let's run it again and just see if you can now stop yourself spinning. So what I want you to do is to spawn in, bash into each other to make each other spin, and then try and stop. I want you to be able to stop spinning. Oh, I love when you're watching Twitch on the big telly, and the Twitch chat is, yeah, like a day away from your phones. Oh, Funky, that sounds really rough. I think we lived through a heyday of like colleges and secondary schools didn't know how to deal with IT because some kids just had a computer at home and some kids didn't. And so the gulf was just insane. Okay, Imperial, Funky, I want you to turn, face each other, and then bash into each other. Now, this is the next thing I'm going to fix. If the next thing I do works well, you should be able to write left 90 and then just turn 90 degrees. Oh, there was nothing. I think... I don't know what was offered actually in that respect at my college. I had been so turned off by computer stuff in a formal setting by then. Hello, Moral. Unfortunately, you've missed the spawn timer. But I'm just adding in a feature that should allow ships that are like spinning out of control to come to a stop by typing stop. But what we need to get this test is for these guys to play chicken against each other. I need them to do just a full-on collision and then see if they can stop. Sorry, Morrow. We'll let you in on the next one. Dali, I don't know if your brain's anything like my brain. Once I started making little things for...
and tell me what to do.
Once I started making little things for the stream, you're going to miss each other. It's going to be a long test. Just kill each other. We'll start a new one. Just kill each other. Just murder. You're never going to meet again now. You may as well murder. Funky, you could probably shoot through the corners, use the wraparound. Funky, you could kill. You've got a direct shot. No, not quite. Oh, Albrot, it did occur to me. Okay, then I think it waits 15 seconds and it restarts. Albrot, you're 100% right. I'm not going to run an always on side channel because I cannot be arsed. But what I probably will do is occasionally if I'm going out, I'll just turn Chatsteroids on. Dominic Cummings really got me thinking about custom sprites. But I think once I offer custom sprites, I'll never get away from Chatsteroids. Like, if someone pays me to add in a complicated animated sprite, and I do it, I'll never be able to just throw Chatsteroids in the bin. Like Egg. How can I get rid of Egg now? Or the Welcome Bear. No one paid me for Welcome Bear, but people put a lot of effort in. People have travelled to Birmingham New Street.
Egg.
Egg. Dangerously close to a millstone. Yeah. I'm albatross adjacent. Millstone proximate. Alright, Crushing. Crushing's gonna help. Thank you, Crushing. Okay, Albrock, can you do exclamation mark stop and see if you come to a full stop, please? Yes! Okay, we've implemented our first new feature of the stream. You can come to a full stop. And then I'll let you play out the round. I have to say, the bonk noise is it's incredible. It's too much. Oh, careful, Funky. Oh.
Hell yes, I'm tough. People think you're just not tough enough. Well, let me tell you, right? Let tell you, right? Am I tough enough? Tough enough? Hell yes, I'm tough enough. A bloke on the tube said, hell yes, I'm tough. It is unfair. Yeah.
Oh, Imperial. Yeah, well dodged. Funky asks, how long do bullets last? I'll tell you right now. So originally, bullets would just go until they go off the screen and then they'd vanish. Now, bullets wrap around the screen once, and after they've done that, the next time they go off the screen, they vanish. It never occurred to me, but you know how there was still a bullet left on screen while Imperial was getting big? Where are you going? Oh, did you thrust? Yeah, you are released. You are released from that. You can just go off. Alright. The next thing I want to do is... We've done this. Cracking. Tick. What a drab colour, grey on grey. Red. pink. Hot, lovely pink. Let people input more precise commands. It is case sensitive, but I'm planning on fixing all of this. Do you know what you can do though, Albrot? The thing that I've been doing, and I suggest you do, is that it doesn't look for the exact word. So it just looks to see is exclamation mark spawn in there. So you could type spawn and then that. That's what I do. I made several alt accounts that are forced to, so I just do that. I go spawn, spawn. That's my recommendation if you want to get past the censors. So I can make it non-case sensitive. I just... Yeah. Yeah, because it's just looking, it just looks, is exclamation mark shoot in this message? And because you have to type exclamation mark anyway, just do it twice. You could also just type the T twice at the end as well. Sean, there is a bug. Yeah? Yeah, problem? I'll just wait for elaboration on this. This is the first back-to-back win, but every other round has said congrats on the last winner. Has it? As in, when the text comes up, it says the wrong person? Is that right? I always just take my cues from who's won by looking at that line, so... Does the nameplate and the... Congrats, Maya, on Halumi's win. What? It congratulated the previous round's winner? Well, firstly, it's not going to remember. Oh. It fully resets at the end. So it has no way of remembering who won the last one. But that is odd. Hang on. Let me see what happens. Let me... Show me what happens. Oh, wow. Big storm. I just heard some thunder. If it starts getting close, I might have to. Is it really a thing that you should turn your computer off and stuff and disconnect? Do people do that? Like, I've been practicing the thing that if I know a storm's actually going overhead, I turn off appliances and take them out of the wall. Is that real, or am I being silly? Okay, so all I'm interested in is, does it show the correct winner? Oh, jeez. Oh, it's coming down pretty rough. I don't have a surge projector. I just plug things into the wall. You've never heard this storm thing before? I think it's something that only really occurs to people who spent too much money on a computer. What's happening here then? Okay, I hadn't twigged this at all. Okay, well that's not it, is it? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. So the way this works is I made a prefab and it just says congratulations winner, right? It just says congratulations winner. Let me call up the thing. So I've got an object called game state and it just handles the game state. Let me look up the word congratulations. And so there's a little coroutine called winner text. And it makes the winner text and it prints on it congratulations plus winner text. All right, well, what sets winner text? What? Oh, I see. Because that's passed as a method argument. So it'll be passed into it by whatever calls this method. So if we go into winner mode, then we find out the winner by looking at the only ship left. Okay, so here's what it does. When winner mode is called, and I don't remember when winner mode is called, then it looks at any game object that has player. Now, I think I can say it's set up to only go into winner mode when there's one player. So it goes, who's the only player left? Then it goes, what's the name of this player? Then all ships are just called username ship. So then it goes replace the ship bit with nothing and then just call that the name. And then that's the name. What's calling the method? This method, winner mode. Let's find out. So during update, if the game state is playing, the game state has 3 states: pre-spawning, playing, and winning. So if the game state is playing, it's making an array of all the players, and if the amount of that array is less than 2, i.e. there's only 1 player in the game, then we start winner mode. And then winner mode goes, well, what's the name of that ship that's left? That's the winner. And then that calls the method that brings up the text that goes, congratulations. But for some reason, it's saying Imperial Halloumi. So what I will do is... How do I debug this? Winner mode. I guess I'll add a debug line here. Debug log. The only... No, I'll add it below when it... The only player remaining is plus winner name. So I'll make it print out there, but I'm sure it'll say Imperial. Hello, Jam. We've added a new feature. We've added stop. Players can stop the ship. However, we've found a bug where it's always saying Imperial Halloumi 1, and I'm just trying to work out. You should probably change it to be exactly 1. Yeah, you're right. You know what, Imperial? When you're right, you're right. And when you're wrong, sometimes you're right as well. That is good. That's the kind of stuff that gets me. There's only one thing in this playlist. Why is that happening? Let's put everything in it. Let's put every possible piece of music in here. Now it can be anything. We'll see if that causes some problems. If I put too much stuff in here, that's too much. Okay, let's make it one of the select few things. Let's add a bunch of things. I've got something marked other. I don't know what's in there. Okay, what will this play? Right. It's not always Imperial. So what you can do is you can make it, you got a little console down here that when stuff's happening, it can print out here. By default, it prints out all your text messages and stuff, but you can make it print out what you can tell the game to print out like what it thinks the value of certain things ought to be. And by doing that, you like figure out where the problem comes in. My confusion Well, let's just try this. So at the moment, it's going to like tell me the only player remaining is this player, and I'll see who it thinks at this moment when it calls winner mode, who it thinks is left. So we'll go from here. Imperial. I'm taking what you say with no salt. It all sounds correct to me, and if we're doing a race to the bottom, I'm sure I know and understand less. Alright, can a couple of people spawn in? And then can one kill the other, please? Okay, great. Now, proceed to kill. Who's willing to take one for the team? Yeah, Chatsteroids needs a non-violent approach, doesn't it? At the very least, tranquilizer darts. Oh, careful, Lucy. If you shoot directly up, you due to the new bullet wraparound, you do die. Oh, not quite. Left 90 has not been implemented yet. Bonk. Oh, brutal. Absolutely brutal. Right in the flank. Funky, you've got a clear shot here. You have to murder for the good of all. This is where the canned rotation animations are letting everyone down. So how? How? Okay, interestingly, in my debug printed it out correct. Thanks. Congratulations, Albert. Have a more point. So my debug printed out here. You probably won't be able to read it, but the only player remaining is Imperial Halloumi. That's very interesting, because that's the correct name. So where's Albrot's name coming from? So at this point, it activated winner mode and says find the name of the only player remaining. Then it starts a coroutine and it passes along winner name. So we're going to go to this coroutine winner text. Winner text. It takes this. That's the thing that's been passed to it. That's the text of the name, which currently says Imperial Halloumi. Then it's going to make one of these text boxes. Then it's going to grab the component that writes the text. And we're going to add to it, congratulations, winner text. So where can the error possibly come in? Unless it's not receiving it correctly. That's for some reason it's not getting it right. Like it's got the old stuff. So this isn't updating. It's not like it's not passing. At some point it was passing correctly. Explain what you mean by yield return. Like, if it's a coroutine, it's not guaranteed to be run when you call it. But it must be being called because it handles the animation. This, do you know how that comes from below? It comes from down here and it comes up and goes, congratulations. So it is being called because this animation happens. One thing I could do, rather than pass it directly to the method, what if this was I declare the variable up here in winner mode, right? So I go public string winner name, and rather than passing it along like that, I deal with it like this. So let's actually make a new one so we don't get confused in the namespace. Call it winner text. Let's call it winner name text, just to absolutely make a definitely unique string. So then winner name text is equal to winner name, and now we're no longer interested in passing this along like this. So when we go down to winner text, we'll get rid of the string. And we're just interested in winner name text. And then, yeah, could that do it? Does spawning congratulations text appear in the log? Good question. Yeah, it does. It goes. The only player remaining is Imperial Halloumi. In fact, it just says, player Funky Mr. Chicken has been hit by a bullet. Funky Mr. Chicken's ship destroyed by Funky Mr. Chicken. The only player remaining is Imperial Halloumi. Spawning congratulations text. So it is. That would be easy to debug because we'd know what was happening. All right, this might not do it. I don't quite know what the error is, but I have changed something, and that is the nature of debugging. So we go again. Oh, hang on. Maybe we don't go again. 1 second. No, we do go again. We do go again. In your pop. I'm going to have an orange, if that's okay with you. Can someone give me permission to have an orange? Hello, bird. We are doing some game dev. We're coding, we're debugging. We've got an issue where only Albrot and Imperial Halloumi can win, but there are a couple of people who don't think it's an issue at all. Thank you, Darley. Can someone else spawn in? Just explanation not spawn from any of you.
Poll open.
Thank you, Funky. There's a new poll up. Can you vote 1 in the poll, please? Oh, that was gross. A lot of actually tough pith on that bit of rind. Hello, Dragon Garland. Who's voted no? Dragon. Lucy. Imperial and Funky, can you kill each other, please? Or just kill yourself, actually. Just shoot directly up. That'll do it. I love world pith. I'm having an orange, but everyone said it's okay. At the moment, most people think it's okay. Okay, Imperials made the big sacrifice. No, you did. Most people have given permission. It's a democracy. Oh, the tide's turning. Maybe I did unwrap it a bit early. Imperial, how were you alive? How did your bullet not kill you? Why did the bullet despawn? What happened? Oh, the bullet was chasing you. Okay, sure. It's not supposed to wrap a second time. Yeah, I get it. You outpaced your own bullet. That's impressive. Well, outpace this one. Okay, who wins? What's happening? What's happening here? Congratulations, Imperial. Congratulations. That's worth the mole point. Alright, why is this happening? Do I need a yield return null? Hang on. Do I need a yield return null in here? I have to say, I don't really understand what yield return null does yet. I've read the documentation explanation. It yields control of the script back to other stuff. I'm not smart enough to understand your suggestion, Moral. Do you know what I could do? Do you know what I could do? Do you know this song, Lucy? It's really good. I shouldn't be playing it. Do you know what I could do, though? Do you know what? I'm being silly here, I think. Maybe put the yield thing after you set text mesh.tash. Okay. We'll try that, but then I've got another idea. I've got another idea after this, but we'll try this first. I'll explain my idea. Do you know what, though? None of this needs to be in an IE numerator. None of this needs to be in a coroutine. Only the animation needs to be in a coroutine because it takes place over time. I put all these things in here because they're related to the same thing, right? They're related to the same thing we want to accomplish. But I could put this, the instantiation and the changing the text, I could put that above. Honestly, that would 100% fix it. That would 100% resolve this. So winner text, just take it outside of the just do this. So we're instantiating it here, and we are getting the text mesh pro component. Let me just comment that. I need a lot of comments at this point. Make congrats text box and add last player's name. Then we go to winner text to get rid of it from there. That'll do it, surely. Are you playing DS3, Bread Santa? I love a bit of Nameless King. I want to fight the bird thing just on its own. Can you fix indentation on that loop while you're there? Oh yeah, this was bothering me. It just started... Visual Studio just insisted it should be like this. The name winner text mesh does not exist in... Oh. Yeah, of course it doesn't. That's fine. I just repeat a bit. That's fine. And this will still be in the same winner text mesh. What? Winner text mesh. What did winner text mesh ever refer to? Winner text mesh. Ah, equals this. Equals this. Okay. So I just pass along the game object. Game object. Winner text object. Or something like that. Does that work? I just pass the game object reference through the method? Game object is a type which is not valid in the given... Oh, you know, but you just want that, right? Jesus. I'm doing it completely wrong. Winner text mesh goes here. It's going to say, but it doesn't take any arguments, but then I give it an argument over here. So, game object, winner text mesh. And then that would probably solve it, right? Yeah, surely. First proper playthrough. Brad Santner, if you've never played the Dark Souls 3 DLCs, you would be doing a massive favour if you considered doing that. Massive. A massive favour. Alright, let's test. This is my last orange segment. Please, can 2 people spawn in and then 1 person win? I never played the DS3 DLC until last year. Incredible. Even if you're someone being like, well, I got Elden Ring now. No. No, you should play the Dark Souls 3 DLC. Me and Catbox have been playing some Elden Ring. And, oh, but because Catbox never played it before. Incredible playing it with someone who's experienced things for the first time. Okay, can someone just shoot? Dali, could you shoot? Could you take a hit for the team? Oh, you're trying. Oh, of course, it hadn't begun the game properly. Okay, who's won? Congratulations, Funky Mr. Chicken. That's worth a more point. Now that doesn't make any sense to me. Hang on, let me read my debug. Only 1 player remaining immoral. That doesn't make any sense to me. This is genuinely really confusing me, right? It makes the game object and then it puts congratulations in the winner game text, right? It doesn't make any sense to me. No, you don't. Honestly, this is what I've been using for all this approach is what I'm using for all the text meshes. And you know, like that timer that counts down. Oh, counting down. You've got 60 seconds till the game. 59. It uses the same thing. It just looks at the text property of the text mesh component on the text box game object, and then just updates that to a new string. How is text mesh related to winner text mesh? That's a good question. Text mesh is the name of the text mesh pro component. So you've got this hierarchy where you've got the game object, and then you've got the component, and you need to reference the game object so that then you can reference the component, because the component's what actually puts the put the words in there, right? So nonsensical diagram. Yeah. Yeah, what's yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm absolutely winded. Oh, man. That's killed me. What I'm trying to get at is when you're referencing things in Unity, I'm getting rid of this. I can't look at it anymore. It makes me feel sick. You have this thing, it's a game object, right? And everything you've got in the whole thing is a game object. And you slot components into that. You might have a collisions thing that gives it, it's like, I don't know, I'll just represent these as balls. I don't know if this will be any better, it looks like a dice. You've got these little things that give the game object its properties. And so if you want to change something, like if it's a text box, you want to change the text, but also if it's a spaceship, you want to change how it deals with collisions or whatever, you need to reference two things. One, you need to reference the overall container, and then two, you need to reference the thing inside the container. That's the principle I'm trying to explain. No, just once I zoomed out and looked at the diagram from the eyes of someone who wasn't inside my head, I realized it was hellish. Still, I'm still giggling inside about it though. So, I make a game object and I'm calling it the winner text mesh. That's the text box. And then hang on. Hang on. Yeah, sorry. Okay, sorry. All right. No, this should be winner text mesh, shouldn't it? Okay. Okay. Let's see what that does. Yeah, we're on the same page. It took me a little while. This worse is what worse? Don't worry. We're all figuring it out together. Okay, can someone... I wish I could come in, but I work out what it is that's making my ones be treated differently. I think it'll be in player script. Sean Mall. Okay, I'm going to make a change here that I think will be okay. Okay, in the next one, I should be able to join as a normal player, which should make things a bit easier. Okay, best of luck. Thank you, darling, for taking one for the team. Hey, that's pretty good. I think it's funny that I let the players move around after they got big. Alright. Let's just do one more test, hey? Just to check that wasn't a fluke. That does seem good. Does someone want to try and take me on? That's evasive maneuvers right there. Hello, obviously, Yeti. How are you doing? Stop. Oh, no. Thrust. Right. Shoot. Oh. Stop. This is a good game. This is fun. How are you doing, Yeti? Have you had any nice things? Shoot. Stop. Left. 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 Thrust. It's working. We fixed it. Cracking. All right. We're off to a good start. Bug. Imperial Halloumi always wins. I think we could say we dealt with that. Gone. Let me make that thinner so that we can see. No longer the case. Okay, now we're something a bit more complicated. Let people input more precise commands. And I think I know how to do this. So, we're looking for... in the player script, we're looking for... what's happening when people are... saying, let's just do it for left first, and if it works for left, we can do it for the other. So, let's first look if they've said left. We're looking to see if they've said left and then a space. How does your thrust work? My thrust works like this. If someone says thrust, then it starts a coroutine called thrust. And the coroutine, it starts a timer. Then it adds force to the rigid body, heading upwards. Times my thrust force, times my delta time, which is just how... it's just time in the game. And I cannot remember what this bit does. I think it's a mode of force, and I cannot remember. Whenever I looked up the tutorials on Velocity, this was advised, and I can't remember it. And then I add time, and that goes until it reaches thrust time, which is just a variable I set. Yes, it's the transform of the ship that the rigid body belongs to. So the rigid body is the 2D physics component of that ship. But because that handles the stuff, if you apply it to the rigid body, it'll apply to the ship. Because what's going on here? I'm working on a game. I'm building a chat-controlled asteroids game called Chatsteroids, and I'm adding new features and debugging and hanging out. But I was thinking that this would need to work in a different way. Actually, I haven't thought about how it will work for thrust. Thrust is a lower priority than turning, because people can't aim effectively now, and I think that's a bigger issue for a shooting game. So just to sort of refocus us on turning. I was thinking it's people should be able to just type left or type a number, or maybe I should insist it's a number. It would be easier for me to code if people stopped typing left and just had to type left and then a number. Yeah, transform up. Well, transform up is telling it to go in the direction that's up according to the, like on the relative, you know, rotation space of the sprite. It's up according to that sprite, just to make sure that you go up, you know, forwards where the ship is facing. Hello, obviously, yeah, you're back. How are you doing? Have you had a nice thing? I might just for now put an else if, and this else if deals with if just someone just types left like normal. That will do that. But if they've typed left with a space, then we're going to do more checks. And I'll call it turn left dynamic. And then I have to make it. So, well, I hope you're recuperating nicely. I should probably work on this here. So what I want to do is if someone said left and then a space, then I should look at what comes after the space and then go, is that a number? And if it's a number, save that number. Yeah, the coding part's really boring, but there are shooting parts in between. I'm afraid it's going to be a chunk of coding part, but there will be shooting parts once we're done. And the shooting parts will be better than ever because you'll be able to aim your ship a lot better if it works. So, I had better stuff for this in my... I've got another thing here, experimenting with text. Experimenting with text is the project where people could shoot the text across the screen. Are you thinking aloud to your input? I'll happily accept input. I'm thinking aloud, and I think you can tell from my thinking aloud. It's going to be a long few minutes of the gears grinding. No, it was a diagram. I think it's pretty clear what this means. I missed the old one though. I missed the old one. Should we bring the old one back? That's good stuff. Now that's the stuff. Okay, so this is an experiment with text, and this had a text spawner, and I think the code in here will be useful to me. This is going to be a lot more jankily coded because this was the first thing I tried making. So there's a text handler. Everything's commented because I don't know what anything does. Yeah, so it has to look here, right? If pmessage contains RNG space, then you make a split point at the index of that space. And that split point is a number? Yeah, and then it looks like that substring. Okay. I just need to learn the commands then. What's the stuff that lets me like split off text? Do you know what? This is just Ask ChatGPT. If I wanted to check a string that contains the words left and then save everything that comes after that substring and then check if it's a number, how do I do that? Just let it tell me that and then I'll know, won't I? There's no honor in just... Okay. Check if the input string contains the keyword. Yeah, I'm already doing that in a different way. Okay, try pass number string out number. Okay. Okay, that's it. There we go. If I were me, I would split the text on spaces to get a list of the words. If the resulting list is length 1, then turns to some degrees. If the resulting list is length 2, then use the second. Oh no, I'm not looking to look at how many times they've said left. I want them to be able to put a number in. And this looks like it's going to provide the ability to look at what that number is. So, we're going to try and pass P message. No, we first need to split. Oh, jeez. What have I done? Where have I gone? What's happened here? Left. Okay. We first need to make a split. And I've got code of how to do that over here somewhere. So we make a split point. Oh, okay. Alright. Hang on. In the example code that ChatGPT gave, substring... Oh, you would use as the degrees value? Yeah, sure. Split the text. Split the text on spaces to get a list of the words. If the resulting list is length 1. Ah. I think that does make sense. It's just a bit of a different method than what's already in my head. And I think that does make sense, but I sort of want to trundle along with what I'm trying to do. And I don't know if I can justify that. It's just I'm already sort of ploughing this furrow and I want to persist. I just need to become a little familiar with cutting the string up. But your idea is very good and I'm grateful for you writing it out clearly. If the message contains left, then I have to make a split point. How do I make a substring then? I'm not stuck in a rut. No. I'm in a groove. That's what I'm in, a groove. Okay, how do I make a substring? What's the command to make a substring? And then that's the start index. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. Easy. So, we get the index of int. So we make an integer, which is the split point of p message after the space. And then we make a substring of p message by making a substring using the split point. And then what that's going to have, we're going to have, I'm just going to call it number string. And then we have to check if it's a number. And so we're going to try and pass, try pass. Oh, we're going to try and pass it as an integer. Okay. So if int try pass number string, and then what it wants out is a number.
Oh man, this is not a good time.
Hello, Albert. I think it's going okay. It's just a little slow. Int equals number. Fine. I'm just going to declare that locally, though. Int number. Then if that is a number, then we're going to call a thing called, like, dynamic left. Oh, yeah, turn dynamic left. Yeah, turn dynamic left. Which doesn't exist yet, but... And if it isn't a number, then we'll just call left. We'll just call normal left. Turning normal left. I think that's good. I think that's good. Or how do I do or? Is it this? How do you do or? I don't think I've done an or my whole time using Unity. What's or in C#? Oh, it is. It's that. All right. Or p message contains just normal left. And do I need to like fuse them together with the big double brackets? Yeah, good. And then turn left dynamic doesn't exist. The modifier private does not exist. Not valid for this item. Where have I put private? Where is that modifier written? Huh? Why is that there? I've not touched you.
It only had regular medicine inside.
You've said private since year dot. You've always said private. Maybe if I make this thing I'm supposed to make. Turn left, and then it'll also be IE. Huh. Why are you going in? Is there a bracket missing? I think there's a bracket missing. Oh. 1. Yeah. There we go. That's what was causing some of the errors. Now we just need to make turn dynamic left. Oh boy. EIE numerator. Turn dynamic left. And then just let me put yield return null in there for a second so we get the errors gone. There are no more errors. The name turn dynamic left dynamic. Oh, turn left dynamic. I've typoed somewhere. Turn... No, actually, turn left dynamic sounds better. Turn left dynamic. That's a better name, isn't it? Not Leffy. Turn left dynamic. Okay, now what we need to feed into here is a integer called rotation probably new angle. That'll be better. New angle. And then this will also go in. What will go in is the number. Give me the number. I'll call it rotation. Okay, so rotation is fed in. Now we've got the new angle. And now we need to use vector 2. I think I use it in game state. Let me use game state as a reference over here. We're going to use vector 2 lerp, which I've only recently learnt about. I'll use that as a reference. So, where's our turn left dynamic? Good, good. So we'll do float rotation time equals 4f. That's way too long. There we go. That'll do. 0.1. Stupid feature request. If user puts a time into the chat, it shoots projectiles in the direction of that clock heading. Oh. When I can't even put it in the most sensible way. I don't even want to consider doing a more complicated version. I have got some confidence that this will work once I screw it into my head. So okay, so while elapsed float elapsed time equals 0, then we'll do while elapsed time is less than rotation time, then what do we want to do? Well, firstly, we're going to need to know the position, aren't we? So to begin with, we're going to need to grab our own. We're going to need to know our own game object. Oh, we need to know ourselves, right? So game object. We're talking about ourselves here, though, so that's easy. Yeah, this is easy because we're talking about ourselves. So we can just do game object dot transform dot rotation. Yeah, that's something cool. Equals vector 2 lerp yeah, okay. We need start rotation. Start rotation float equals start rotation. Float start rotation equals game object. No, it's going to be game object rotation. No, transform rotation. And what does that give me? Because I think they're two different things. I see quaternion come up a lot. I don't always understand what it means. Sometimes I just see it at the end argument of a vector. I have not studied upon it, no. I cannot stress enough, I've been learning this stuff for like a half to 3/4 of a month. I think I've had prodigious progress, but the gaps in my knowledge far outweigh the stringy mesh that holds it together. So this is going to give, I can't give a float to this, right? Because it's probably going to want a vector. So vector 2. Oh, it's a quaternion. This is why Albert's saying this. Cannot implicitly convert A quaternion. Oh, jeez. So what does it need to be? A quaternion? Quaternion? Can you just declare a quaternion? Oh, fucking hell, you can. That's scary. I've been working at my job as a professional artist and a developer for 15 years, and I would need some sort of scrying pool to peer into the mind of an engineer to begin to understand quaternions. There's some sort of moon math that allows objects to rotate correctly in 3D space. Yeah, and so I don't need to understand them as much as I just need to pass them from one place to another. I'm hoping just to, like, you know, as long as I know when to pass the ball, I don't need to know what I'm passing. The postal worker does not need to know what's in the box. Do we need quaternions for asteroids? I hate to say it, we almost certainly will. Hang on, so alert just needs 2 positions. Okay, sorry, how do I save the current rotation transform of a game object? Just tell me what that needs to look like. You store its rotation in a value type quaternion. Oh, bloody hell, it just is that. Okay. And then how do I use that quaternion to rotate another object to the same rotation? Update. If input key down equals space, object rotate dot rotation equals save rotation. Oh, it's actually much simpler. Let's just say the quaternion is just a saved rotation information. Hang on. What did you do? You just saved object dot rotation. Fine. No, let's learn. Is there a difference between GameObject.transform.rotation? Is that how I spell it? Yeah. Versus GameObject.rotation. Yeah, they access it through slightly different means. Can a quaternion go into a vector 2? No. Oh, whenever I ask the Unity a thing about transforms, it always thinks I'm doing 3D because it goes Unity game equals 3D. So I don't need a quaternion, I need just a vector 2. Good, because I'm in 2D space. Phew. Okay, so I'm just going to pass a vector 2 then. Great. Vector 2. And what did it say about these? Just... if I'm working with a 2D game object, do I want to do dot transform or dot rotation or dot transform dot rotation? I want it to... I want you to turn by that many degrees so it gets your current rotation. Then it's going to... I've learnt how to tween between two things. And then tween between that over like 1/10 of a second. I want you more or less to quite quickly snap to your new position. You typically want to use dot rotation. Fine. I'll just ask it the full thing I want and then examine how it tells me to do it. I want to... I want to rotate a game object by 47 degrees over 10 seconds. I want this to happen dynamically, so we don't know the starting rotation of the game object. And I want this to be triggerable by pressing the space key. Will that do something I could use? Okay, so start routine, rotate over time. Yeah, 47 degrees over 10 seconds. Okay, that's what's being passed in. Rotate over time. Quaternion start rotation. Okay, fine. Slurp? I've never heard of slurp in my life. Do you know the starting rotation? You do know the start. Yeah, no, but I just wanted to put in that we grab it, you know. In as much as I wouldn't be writing in starting rotation as 17, you know. Transform rotation is quaternion start rotation, target rotation T. Quaternion slurp. Fine. Slurp. Okay, I've only just, let me just say, put it in perspective, I just learned about lerp, and now I'm learning about slurp. Okay, fine. So, quaternion start rotation, game object transform rotation. Fine. Slurp, I understand. Fine. And then we're also going to need to know new angle, but we do know new angle because it's passed into the method. So lerp, it's going to go from start rotation to the new angle. Oh, but new angle isn't a quaternion. New angle's just a number. Target rotation, quaternion.euler, 0f degrees. Okay, and degrees is just how much I want to... Yeah, alright, I could do it. I could do it. I'm living. Quaternion, Euler, and then that goes into new angle. And then we just leave this as being called target rotation. And then we do that by T. And then T needs to be updated as so. So T is constantly declared every frame. Float T equals elapsed time divided by animation time. Oh, why have you done that? Animation time. Why are you doing this? And I'm just going to declare animation up here as well. Oh no, I see. I have changed it already. Rotation time. And elapsed time is being written twice, which it shouldn't be. And then when the thing is done, elapsed time, it has to plus equal time.delta time. Fine. Start rotation. Oh, yeah, I haven't done this differently. So it should be quaternion slurp. Oh! I wasn't imagining it because I'm trying to give players more control, and while the thing you're saying is cool, it would be harder to work around. But you know what? I could always turn the animation time down. Let's try it with a fast snapping animation, and then let's see if we want to twist it down a little bit. Do you know what I can do, actually? Do you know what I can do? Let's make this public, the rotation time. Let me get it away from here. There's already an animation time over here. Recoloring, game state, UI. I guess I'll put it over here. Movement. So, public float, rotation time. Player script rotation and player script rotation time. Oh, I've got two things called rotation time. Okay. Rotation animation. And if I go back here, wherever that it was, rotation animation is what we want. Now I can change that while we debug. And then I think yield return, wait till next frame. Yield return, wait for end of frame. I'm not using that for other stuff though. Let's just do yield return null. Should we? That might make it happen too fast. Wait for end of frame. That needs a new there then, right? That isn't how it would work because of the impulses instantaneous and not prolonged. Okay, there's a good chance. A new expression requires... Where am I declaring a new expression? Oh, there we go. So let me put a debug in this so that I can, when it inevitably goes wrong, I can check. So, trying to turn ship. I don't even know what to write in. I don't know. Let's just try it, okay? We're just going to go in. We're going to try and do... Let me put a debug in when it passes the text as well. Left. Okay, when it calls dynamic left, debug log, trying to turn dynamically left to a by rotation degrees. Oh, plus. Okay. There are no compiler errors, so we'll have a crack. I'm very worried this won't work. I've got a good feeling this won't work. Hello, Maggie. Spawn. Feel free to spawn in and have a little test. Left 100. Yes! Fucking yes! Fucking yes! Left 1000. There's no right yet. We're only debugging left. But honestly, if you put a large enough number into left, you can turn right. Did it do it, Albert? I wasn't looking at your ship. Did it do it? Okay. Honestly, for the best. Honestly, I think that's perfectly reasonable. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to test what happens. Oh no, it won't work. But we can also do one if it takes a longer time. Watch out, Lucy. Huh? Oh, okay. Just 2 bullets hit at once. Feels like you gave an absolute rather than a change. Moral, I have no idea where you are. Are you still in? Oh, that's sad. Oh, I don't want an absolute. Yeah, I'm watching you. Well, left 90 still. Yeah, I see. Yeah, left 180 shouldn't have turned Maggie downwards there. Yeah, I'm doing absolute. Alright, I'll look into that. I'm close, though. I'm close. Albrot's waiting for you, Maggie. Albrot's a trapdoor spider. I think it should take longer. I think they snap too fast. What do you think? Oh, Maggie, you can stop now. Exclamation mark stop has been added. So if you're a little bit out of control, you can come to a standstill. Oh, Maggie, watch out! Oh, Albrot, that last one won't be taken into account. Where are you? Have you stopped behind me? That's sneaky. Oh, no, there you are. You're up over there. That won't work either, Albrox, because it doesn't contain the word shoot spelled normally. Yeah, all you need to do now is input the exact right left, absolute left coordinates. And then you should be able to just turn, face each other and shoot each other. It's a shootout. Not quite. Does add something. But yeah, I don't want absolute coordinates. Oh, Maggie, I wouldn't park there. Maggie, I would not park there. That's not a good parking spot. If only Albrock can work out exactly what number. Oh, Maggie, it's absolute. It's absolute. So you are at left 45 relative to 0 being up. I've made the code badly, which has been very useful. Maggie, you're dead. I wasn't able to explain in time. Congratulations, Albrock. I believe that feature was identified as a game-breaking bug. Okay, well deserved. Okay, I think I know how to fix that though. So when we go to turn left dynamic, rather than doing new angle, we make target rotation Turn 0. Yeah, that'll make you face directly up, I think. It does drop inputs. I've got a feeling that, well, bye Albert. It's a bit beyond me to know why it does that or fix it. But the fact that 90% of the time it works, I'm for now accepting of that. Congratulations. That's worth a more point. Okay, so I don't want to make define an entirely new angle, but also what I want to do really is go to start rotation. This might be a question for ChatGPT, but if I get my objects start current rotation using the following line of code, how would I then modify that quaternion by rotating it 47 degrees on... Yeah, by rotating it 47 degrees on the x-axis? What is this one? Hang on, what axis is this? Quaternion Euler. Quaternion example equals quaternion Euler. I just want to see the arguments it takes. And then it needs a vector 3 Euler. Returns a rotation that rotates 7 y on the y-axis then. On the y-axis. Aha, okay. Given that, quaternion target rotation equals target rotation plus, no, minus start rotation y. This isn't going to work. This just isn't the way you could deal with these things. I just... you cannot apply minus to quaternions. Okay. Equals start rotation. Okay. Then we make them identical, and then we say target rotation y, just the y-axis, is minus equals new angle. Is that what I want? And so you've got target rotation, you say it's the same, but you've just taken something off the y-angle. I'm hoping it is. I'm hoping y is the correct axis, because I just want to rotate. Let me just look at normal left. Yeah, it's the y-axis on normal left. Okay, this should make it non-absolute. Let's just test it on left though, and then if that works, then we'll apply it to right, and then we've got more dynamic movement. Then we'll test whether or not we want those. Spawn in. Left 90. Oh no. Oh no. It's not doing anything. Left 100. Left 900. Alright, I broke it. there's a okay, so it gets your current angle, right, and it saves that as a special object called a quaternion. Then I duplicate it and call that the target rotation. So I've got the rotation that I have and the rotation that I want to have, and then I modify target rotation Y to be the same as the new angle. Huh. Hang on. ChatGPT fix this. I am trying to rotate. No. When I use the following code, my game object does not rotate. Why and how do I fix it? The issue lies in how you're modifying the target rotation. In Unity, you cannot directly modify the individual components of a quaternion. Instead, you have to use quaternion multiplication or conversion to Euler, or is that Euler or Euler? Euler angles for modification. Oh, okay. Okay, based on this, I think maybe I do the following. Maybe that's good, but then I can do target rotation equals target rotation. I should copy out the line that I'm interested in. And target rotation equals target equals quaternion Euler. But then this is the thing that confuses me. I want it to be almost exactly the same, but it's giving it 0f and 0f. I don't understand this line at all. Can you explain what is doing? This part creates a new quaternion representing a rotation around the y-axis by new angle degrees. Quaternion Euler function takes Euler angles as parameters and returns a quaternion representing that rotation. Multiplied by start rotation. This part performs a quaternion multiplication between the rotation we just calculated and the start rotation. The quaternion multiplication. I'm looking to, using the above code, I'm looking to grab the rotation of the game object and then rotate it 47 degrees. Rotate it a dynamic number of degrees relative to its start location. How do I accomplish this? Hang on, let me read this last bit because it's got to spit out something. Get the initial rotation of the game object. Calculate the target rotation relative to the initial rotation. So it's claiming that is happening. I'm going to try this line. Because it seems... it keeps coming back to it and saying that's what you want. So let's try it and see. So I'm now defining target rotation as being using quaternion Euler coordinates. Nothing new angle, nothing, and then I multiply that by the initial quaternion. I don't understand, but testing if it works shouldn't actually take very long. All I need to do is just run it and type in left 100 or whatever. Okay, spawn. Don't be there. Thrust. Yeah, okay. And now stop so I can see you. Left 100. Oh no, that's not the right degree. Do you know what? The whole time I'm be like, why is it that coordinate? It should be the third coordinate. Why is it that coordinate? That's not the right coordinate. Yeah, one of the other axes. That's so silly. Okay, 0F, and then this is new angle. Okay, we're back in. We're going back in. Y is 3D space in Unity. But I forget which order it goes in. X, Y, Z, right? Do you know the thing that really does my head in Unity? Which I still am not over. 0 is the middle. I've never encountered 0 is the middle. In terms of coordinates, just 2D coordinate space. 0 is the middle of your game camera. Rather than being 0, 0 is top left. I hate it. Everything I've ever done, 0, 0 is top left. And then, you know, 1080, 1920 is bottom right. See, I don't know. I don't know how to make things sort of pixel perfect positions by knowing their size and so on. Not keen. Alright. Spawn. Left 90. And now left 90. Cracking. We're away. We are away. Left 10. Bingo bango. That's second nature to me. Also, anyone's graphed math? I ain't graphed math. I ain't graphed maths. Look, I know you want to play. Maybe you don't actually. Maybe you're tedious and you just consider yourself helping me, in which case I'm very grateful. But since we have this and it works, let's just make exactly the same for... What would I have to check, given that I don't understand this line completely? What would I have to change to go right? Because initially I was imagining I was minusing an angle to make it turn anti-clockwise, which is left. Would I have to... I'm just going to ask ChatGPT. And how would I do this to make it turn the other way using the same new angle? What thing has changed? Oh, okay. New angle. And then just do minus new angle for clockwise. Great. Cracking. So making turn dynamic right is easy. I'll put them both together. Turn dynamic right. And then all you'd need to do, turn right dynamic even, is this gets minused, I think. Yeah. That makes clockwise. Amazing. So I just also do that with the text passing. Will this fix the stop spinning? You will continue to spin. We'll actually check that. We should bash into each other. But there's two things being handled. The physics is one thing, and then on top of that, we sort of can spin it. But we don't change the underlying physics, which are like being applied every frame separately. So if you were spinning uncontrollably and then turned 100 degrees, you'd still keep spinning afterwards. You'd have to do stop, and then you could aim more precisely. Here we are. So I just want this again, but for right. So in every instance of right, we're going to write. Every instance of left, we're going to write right. This was a big feature, actually. This was one that I was a bit intimidated by making. So I'm glad to have done it. Okay, any left still left in that? Any left? No, I think we're done. Then if that copy and substitution can be trusted, let's try. Let's try. We should be able to turn in both directions now. Please put it all in a general turn function, have turn left and turn right just past the... Yeah, you're right. I should also combine these as well. Look, I'm not going to. I know it's best practice and it saves on memory and stuff. I won't do it now. I've got it working. I'll make it more efficient later. Chatsteroids is never going to get to the point where these little inefficiencies are going to make a difference because it's so ludicrously simple. You are right and it's best practice. I understand why. I just don't want to dedicate. I just want a little bit of spinning. I just want to spin us around. Hello, Big Popper. Just in time. We've just added some new features. Oh, it's not memory or efficiency. It just means you want to change the time it takes you to change one place. Oh yeah, but I think I have a single variable. There's a single variable that's declared higher up in the scope that manages that. Just called rotation time. So I actually will be changing that soon because I don't know if it feels good for them to be so snappy. But I just want to check it works. So if I want to go right 180, great. Yeah, it's too fast currently. No, get out of here. Albrot's looking at me. Unmodified left no longer does anything? Oh. Stop. Left. Right. Oh, that's it. Oh. Yep, I understand why. I understand why. Let me fix that. I understand why that's happening. Feel free to kill me. Okay, I think I've fixed that problem. Oh, sorry, I made a commit. I didn't realize it would recompile and pause the game if I did that while there. But it also applies if you want to change the logic. Like you, yeah, I know. You are completely right. You're completely right. I think it's lost connection with Twitch. Can't account for that. I think there's always a small chance of that. Normally it can reconnect. It's pinging, it's getting nothing. Sorry. Sorry. It's probably because I pushed a code change while it was happening. Yeah. Normally it won't be being recompiled. Okay, so if I spawn in and just do left. Oh. Oh, I thought I fixed that. I thought what I did would have fixed it. So Oh. Okay. Another potential solution. Spawn. Left. Huh? Start index can... Oh. If split point does not equal null, then do the rest of it. Maybe that's what I need. If split point does not equal null, then get on with the rest. The expression is always true since the value of type int is never equal to null. Oh. Well, what does it return? Alright, let me ask ChatGPT. What would the following line return if the searched for string does not exist within the string? It will return -1. Okay, cool. Does not equal -1 then. Same thing. Accidentally highlighted all the text and lost my position. But the point stands. So let's see if that works. Oh, this is one for the boffins. Yeah, sorry, Big Popper. We've gone full boffin mode. Which I guess I've called extremely casual mode. Spawn. Left. Still no. But it's not having an error. It's not coming up with an error this time. I have put in the ability for you to stop and aim. Not that you have to use it. One variable thrust. Yeah. Oh yeah, do thrust time. Alright, we'll do that next. We'll do that next. So currently, thrust time is like... I don't know, it's 0.1, but I don't actually know what that conforms to. That might just be like 10 frames. Oh, Pete's got a plan. Pete's hatched a plan. Oh, now that's gaming. Now that's gaming. An actual bona fide dodge. Is this the first dodge we've had? Is this the first stop, turn around and they dodge? Incredible. I think if it wasn't for the sure, Dragon would be dead. Do you know, I've thought about it, and I don't think if you made turning longer, it would make people arc. I don't think it will interact with the physics properly. Like it's, like I was trying to explain before, the physics is like this own separate thing, and we're not interacting with that. We're just rotating the ship, like on its axis. Nevertheless, a slightly slower rotate would be good. Congratulations. Some incredible work. Your dodge has gone down in Chatsteroids history. Yeah, I think a couple of typos can really kill you in this. You don't need a lot of typos before you are dead. Okay, so we have a rotation time that's set publicly. So let's set it something different. So rotation time... Oh, rotation animation. Let me check that that's actually definitely the one being called. Yeah, rotation animation. So currently it's really little. Let's make it like a whole one. A whole one. I'm going to make it 10 times longer, which feels too much. But I just want to do variable thrust as well, because I think we can do it. I think it will be okay to do. Let me just have a little punt at doing variable thrust. Okay, so we need something a little bit like this. So... Oh yeah, you've got a lot of empty space in you, which you don't need. Okay. If P message contains thrust and then a space, we're just sort of doing what we did before. Thrust space. Then we want to make a... Why is that happening? Oh, you should be in a brackets. Okay, done. Then we do an int split point equals p message dot index of, and then we're looking for a space. And then we want to make sure, did you find anything? Was there a split point to be made? In which case we do this. Then we want to make an int called thrust time. And then if that happens, we want to try and pass this, and we'll call this thrust time. Dynamic thrusting activated. And then we're going to start a coroutine called thrust dynamic, and we're going to pass into that thrust time. But if you didn't find a space, that tells us that you have just else just do your normal thrust. Just thrust normally. If you didn't find a space, if the person's saying thrust and there are no spaces, then they must have just said the word thrust and that's it. Great. So now we need to make thrust dynamic. Should be okay. So let's find our normal thrust method, and we're going to make thrust dynamic, i.e. numerator thrust dynamic, and that's going to pass in the float, which previously it was probably an int, but I think, yeah, I think we want an int. I think we want an int. We're not having people send in floats in, are we? Int thrust time. God, I always forget what I call variables after the fact. Let's go back up. Thrust dynamic, and we called it thrust time. Fine. Oh, and that needs semi. And did we set this? Did we set this as an integer? Thrust int thrust time. Good, good. There's no, we don't want people sending floats in. Not this time of year. Okay, so we do float timer equals 0f, and we just want to do this. I'll just call this thrusting time so that we're clear that it's a new something. Thrusting time. And so it does the same animation, but it takes longer. It spends longer doing it. Add yield return new wait for end of frame. Okay, I want to try that. I want to find that and see how long people can spend revving up using this. Thank you for hanging out, Lucy Lefty. I hope you've had a nice time. I know that this is probably, to a lot of my usual viewers, a remarkably dull stream, but I've gotten loads done. I found it quite pleasant. I think its appeal is limited to a select few, though. Okay, spawn. Thrust 100. We did it! Stop. Excuse me? Oh, you're still thrusting. Okay. It's still thrusting. I can't stop. Yes. Interesting. Hello, Dr. Blem. I've got a welcome bear. Excuse me, I just had a welcome bear.
Welcome bear. We love seeing new faces in the chat and love seeing this community growing from strength to strength.
Thank you for triggering the welcome bear, Albrock. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
Thank you for triggering the welcome back, Albert. It's great seeing some new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength. No, I've been pausing the game. Oh, Andy Plem's got an interesting curving. Oh, what was happening? Andy Plem, how did you... It doesn't matter now. I think we need... I think we need to put some... I think we can't let people thrust too fast. That was too far. That was too much. There should be a maximum thrust. Oh, yeah, a maximum thrust. Okay. Should we say it's like 10? We need a maximum thrust. That was silly. And also stop needs to like... Let's ask ChatGPT. What's the code to stop a specific co-routine? Stop should stop thrust in the middle of what it's doing, right? Are you setting acceleration? I'm trying to... so Moral, I was setting variable turning, let people turn left or right, and now I want to make variable thrusting, but it's causing problems. It was deeply mesmerizing. I need to do two things though. One, I think there needs to be a maximum acceleration that you can hit. After that, you know, you can't go 1 million because it will give... Anyone with photosensitive epilepsy is going to be sent straight into a coffin. And there needs to be a way, if you do stop, that anything that's currently happened or that is ongoing with your speeding up. Oh, do you know what I could do actually? As a stopgap. Thrust force. Hang on, I've got a thrust force. Where's thrust force? Thrust force is set to 5.
Sean Morley at Birmingham New Street. Wet Midlands, Wet Midlands. Close to more, close to midnight. The station that England deserves. Forbidden love, forbidden.
It worked out, Andy.
To the man truly love a bear. Haunting whispers, screeching groans, their eyes meet. Is this love or just another illusion of Birmingham New Street? Sean Moore encounters the welcome bear, his heart trembling. In a train station haunted by ghosts and longing eyes. It's arrival at platform 5. I love seeing faces in the chat and watching this community grow from strength to strength. Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. The welcome bear, gonna take you there. Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. The welcome bear, do not stare. BNS. Wet Midlands. But how could a man truly love a bear? It's logistically wrecked.
Okay, I'm going to try something different. So the way that thrusting was working was you were giving it a number and it was using that number to tell you, to tell the thing to spend you were using that number to tell the game how long to put you in a state where you were speeding up. And that was causing you to speed up over a really long time, and it meant you couldn't stop. because you were stopping, but you were still in the middle of speeding up. So what if, instead of passing that to the value of how long you spend speeding up, let's just directly make it the same value as before, which is a little bit of time speeding up, but it's just telling you like how much extra velocity it's adding to you. So it's just how much speed it adds rather than how long you spend speeding up. Let's just see how that behaves and if it still allows you to use stop. So in we go. That seems all right. Bam. Let's try a more ridiculous one. Stop. Great. All right, great. We got variable thrusting. That's variable thrusting right there. Right, that's too fast. I'll just stop. There you go. There you go, sorted it. Everything's fixed. Dr. Plem, I don't know how much you've seen, but we have variable turning. So you can do left and right. Albert, I don't know why the larger numbers don't work, but boy am I glad of it. Oh, Dragon. Dragon's discovered you can go backwards, because of course. Oh, great. What's happening? What's happening? Why are you down there? Look. Look, I know I'm going to say the most unpopular thing I've said about Chatsteroids, but do we think there should be a maximum speed? I know no one here is ready to accept that. And if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't either. But you must know somewhere that there needs to be a maximum speed. I think there needs to be a maximum speed. Let me work out what it should be. Thrust 50. See, that's all right to me. I think 50 should probably be. Thrust 1000's clearly too much. All right, let me do stop. Let me look. What's the maximum allowable speed should be? Thrust 100? 100. It's a round number. Is the thrust cumulative? Let's try. Let's find out. I think it probably is. Let's find out. Thrust 10. And then thrust 10. Thrust 10. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're adding the thrust each time. Thrust. Oh. It doesn't even... Congratulations, Funky. Okay. I hate to say it, but obviously there needs to be a max speed. I'm just going to do if thrusting time is greater than 100. Then set thrusting time. Thrusting time equals 100. We'll just not only go above that. There you go. Done. Oh, sorry, it reset, but I broke it. I broke it. Can we just also say, bam, done. Variable turn, done. Variable thrust, done. Kapow. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub, Dr. Plem. Yeah, what does it mean, darling? So, honestly, I think like the basic stuff that lets you play the game is sort of there now. Like, it's just asteroids, but it's there, and you can control it a bit better. What I'm hoping is that because you can just say, turn me 90 degrees, it means people can do that rather than saying right 3 times, which means there's a little bit less. Obviously, it's always going to spam the chat up. It's just a chat-controlled arcade game. Oh, slow? I could do it. Slow down. Do we want it? Do we care enough? It's doable, I think. You would just divide by the thrusting rather than multiply. Oh yeah, sorry, funky. So what's left now is polish and aesthetics and stupid things. I just wanted the skeleton, you know? I wanted the skeleton to be there. You could use it. It's probably easier to give people fewer commands and then let them put in minus. Because people can thrust backwards. Do we want a sad wah if people shoot themselves to death? Because now that the bullets can come around and hit you, I think it would be fun if they killed themselves. Yeah, alright. Okay, so one thing we could do, probably quite easy. What scores? There's a thing called scores. And I think scores... Ah, disconnected, Dan. What controls the kill text? Kill text TMP. Yeah, the kill text. That must be it. Murderer obliterated victim. Okay, well, what I want to do is if murderer equals victim, right? Then we already got like we've already got the code that lets us just check if the murderer is the victim. Then text equals murderer. Well, what should it say? Just wrecked themselves to death. What should it say? Like, we can do some unique text if you kill yourself. Crumpled their own head in? I don't know. That's just going to stand there for now. Otherwise, just do what you're going to do anyway. Otherwise, just do what was already here. And then we could just play a sound in there as well. Let me just check that code works. We can change the text later. I don't like the text that's currently here. Spawn. Oh, and then we have to wait. Hang on. Let me turn down the timer to like 5 seconds. Spawn. Shoot. Oh, I gotta wait a second. Oh, I've won. Shoot. Oh, I forgot about that. All right. 30 seconds. Can someone else come in, please? I forgot. Otherwise, I win if I'm the only person there. Okay, all we want to do is kill ourselves. That's the test. Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Sorry, we're looking to kill ourselves. Sorry, hang on. Ourselves. Okay, let me just... Albronk! Funky! Albronk! Hang on, let me... Oh, careful, disconnected, Dan. Careful! I was hoping that would happen at some point. You can die during the victory bit. Okay, did we at any time see the suicide text? No, okay. Albert, stay still. I mean, it was undeniably Albronk here. Go, wait, 5 seconds, then you can shoot. And we're all going to shoot up. Okay. Oh. Okay, it's not handling it. It's not handling that situation well. Alright. If murderer equals victim. Huh. Oh. Yeah, it's badly formed. Okay, sorry, I made a mistake. That's what debug is all about.
Poll closed. The winner is this.
Oh, by the way, it's a small thing. People can't spawn inside each other anymore. People used to spawn inside and not be able to get out of each other, then you'd have a chimera person. Maybe I should re-allow it. It was interesting. Okay, off you pop. Albrock crumpled their own head in. I forgot to put the space in because you've got to do a weird little thing to get that, but... Great. It is, yeah, everyone lined up against the wall ready to boomerang shoot themselves. Alright, we need to find a... Disconnected Dan, you had a suggestion of a good buzzer. The Price is Right negative buzzer. Price is Right sad buzzer SFX. My Price is Right soundboard. Great. Great. Uh-oh. I don't want it. I don't want it. I've recognised it from too many meme things. Maybe I just want like a trombone or something, or... It's too much of a meme noise. We gotta find something that's ours. It wasn't? It wasn't a meme noise? Oh, I see. You're responding to your own prediction of the noise. Yeah. Scared Squeak SFX. Free squeak sound effects? No, let's go to... Isn't there like royalty free sound effects? There's one that's made of like... that's like real hobbyists, and they're all quite badly recorded. What was that called? Egg. No surprises that it doesn't have good SEO. Egg. Just use my gun sound. Sound effects. It's all the good ones here. Egg. Where's the ones with bad SEO? Egg. Free sound effects library. Freesound.org? What? Can you describe what bloopy means? Yeah, with freesound.org. It's not the one I was thinking of. Sad. Let's just put in sad. What are the saddest noises? Sad acoustic guitar, sorrowful piano, sad heartbeat, sad stairs modification, trash can sad. Don't know what that's supposed to sound like. BGM down, please. That's not sad. Hello, Spiffing. Make sure to look for the lowest rating ones. Yeah, okay. Rating lowest first. Still been downloaded 36 times. I'm gonna do sad squeak. I want a squeaking little animal. Oh, you have sent it on Discord? Let's hear it. Let's all collectively hear it. I think it's a little too bright. It's a little too bright and chirpy. That could work. It's a bit too sad, perhaps. How about digital ghost cry? And we've got another bit according to the waveform. Bit more coming up. No, I can't listen to that. This is supposed to be a funny event. How was any of that a sad squeak? Let's just get a squeak. Oh, a breaking train. No, not that ain't it. That ain't it. Oof. It's quite an impactful noise. Got some 1-star ones. Yeah, some 1-star squeakies. Are you able to search the your big search URL? I'm happy to like grab your search. Squeaky mattress? No. 3 speeds of squeak. Perfect for sex. Female vocal, the truth? No, how about we just do like damage sound? Like hurt, damage, ow. And then we go for lowest rating.
Ow! Ow!
That's it. Sorry, that's the one. That's the one. That's so good. Oh. Log in to download? Sure fig. I've already got an account. Great. Here I am. Let me in. Oh, that was so good. Okay. Ouch. And then we'll just drop that in. Easy peasy. I should set that as shoot as well. Okay. So, sound effects. Bring in ouch. I could shave the beginning of it. I'm not gonna. It's not gonna come up often enough. And it's like a fraction of a second. Alright, so this lives... What calls this? This is called by the scores. So it is a sound that will live in the main scene. Put it under... Oh, I've just dragged in winner again. Don't want winner again. I want ouch. Ouch. Lives in here. Then in scores, we want to declare it. Public audio source. Suicide. Sorry, I have to... That's just the only thing I could think of that I'll definitely remember what that's for. And then don't have it play on awake. And then that should be it. That should... Oh, and then also needs a line of code that when we're doing self-crumpled, we don't play the normal death effects. Maybe we play both. Maybe we play both. Maybe we also do suicide play. Then we also do that. And now check it works. Alright, I do think Albrock's gonna have a pretty good cache. Let's listen to Albrock's SFX. Very good. Okay, I like this. I do quite like that. Oh, I got an image as well. I quite like all of these. Do you know what? Bubble and Dong. I think I'll keep Bubble and Dong, and Bubble and Dong will go in as well. I'm going to give Bubble and Dong some jobs to do. So Bubble and Dong live in here. Bubble and Dong, in you come. Welcome to life. And Dong can be when we finally start the game. Dong can be like, that's the game's time to start. So that will be in game state. So when do we switch to playing? Here, if timer equals 0, then we switch game to playing. And we should also do some SFX. Public audio source, commencement Dong, and public audio source bubble time. So the commencement Dong will happen when we start the game, because we go to game state playing, and when we go to game state, oh yeah, that's if game state's playing. Where do we set it to playing? Game start timer, great. When it goes to 0, then we do commencement Dong dot play. And also, maybe bubble, if timer, why are you all caps? If timer equals 10, oh, equals, or timer equals, or timer is less than 5, then I want you to do bubble time dot play. Okay, we want to test all of this, see how it feels in situ. You can't offer more points. Where's this coming from? Okay, spawn in. So we're waiting. If on 10, it should do a bubble, and then bubbles 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then a dong when it goes in. Oh, no bubble. That wasn't good. Oh, I didn't. Sorry. Starting again. No, we'll hurt ourselves first. Shoot. Huh? The game's not started. Oh, I understand. I understand. I made a mistake. And that's fine. I've forgiven myself. Now it's your turn. Okay. It has a chance of working now. And previously it didn't. You're absolutely right, I didn't. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Let me fix that. Do you know, can I just say, you're some of the best bug testers around. I think people are desperate for a level of bug testing where people will crawl into every crack and crevice and break things. And you guys are the best someone could get. Okay, so if thrusting time is too high, that's fine, but also if it's less than minus, then we set it to minus. So I've capped it in the negative as well. Cap thrusting time, both positive and negative. Great. I don't know how much. Well, Immoral, how much do you think Chatsteroids is turning over? What do you think the gross of Chatsteroids is? I'll cut you in. Oh, I've got a great angle here. Hello, the gongway. Everyone stop. Stop. Someone kill themselves, please. The gongway I have, let me turn this down just a little bit. Oh, well, welcome, Bear.
Thank you so much for triggering the welcome bear. I love seeing new faces in the chat, and I love seeing this community grow from strength to strength.
The Gongwei, I'm working on a video game. I'm calling it Chatsteroids. It's a chat-controlled competitive asteroids. Right now, we just need to kill ourselves. 70? Sorry, D-Dan. D-Dan, don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm off. Okay, stop. Right 10. And I'm going to shoot directly down. I hope it doesn't get D-Dan. I'm so sorry. I was aiming for myself. Okay, there's one thing I want to check. Look, the donk has to be... How do I make a sound play more quietly? How do I do that? You can adjust the volume level of the audio source component paper note. A value of 0 means... Audio source dot volume. I'm going to turn the volume of it down. I'm sorry, the donk is too loud. I'm sorry. Where is it? Where's the bonk? Audio source, fire bullet, ship collision. Okay, ship collision play. I'm sorry, ship. It has to come down a little bit. It's too loud. Oh, yeah. Desktop audio is up. Desktop audio is back down. Background music back on so we could chill out. Dot volume, great. Oh, ship collision dot volume equals 0.8F? No, take it down to half. I think it can live. I think it can live happily at half. And also scores, I think it shouldn't play the normal death effect. I think it should just play the suicide effect. Alright, another round. The gong wait, you're going to enjoy this. You've got 1 minute to come in. Just type !spawn and it will make you a ship with your name on it. All compiler errors have to be fixed. Oh, it's just a little error. It's just a little one. Okay, we're back in. Oh yeah, the Gongli would love this if he was here. If he was here, he'd be having a great time. I think this game's come such a long way just in an afternoon. Also, I'm sure you all see the potential of stuff like this.
Thank you.
Well, it was quite a difficult afternoon, actually. I think you all see the potential of... That's a bit better. It's still quite loud. Okay. It's not quite a starter pistol, is it? A dong. Oh, Plem. Ow. Congratulations, Big Papa Peter. Well earned. So can I ask to the players, I know everyone's bashing into each other because people have got more movement speed. The math is off somehow. People, there is a thing that can happen sometimes, and it's very, very slight. But sometimes people's angle is, had you shot a bullet at that time? Because sometimes people's angles are very slightly altered by the collision box of their own bullet coming out and sort of slightly nudging their nose for some reason. Oh. Are you going to put any asteroids in your game of asteroids? Do you think I should? Do you think I should make a co-op version? It was pre-game. Oh. How can my maths be wrong on that? Hang on, let's test it. Let's all turn 180 and see if we've gone 180. Okay, I'm up. Turn 180. Oh, left 180. Thrust. Am I at a slight angle? Best of luck to everyone playing. Wow, Big Popper, how have you done this? Big Popper, how have you done this? Funky. Oh, Peter. But now that people have so much more control, I see what you're saying. But now that people have so much more control over their movement, I haven't seen any protracted stalemates like today. People have normally finished themselves off after a bit. Watch the one AFK. Do you know what happens when people go AFK? I just come in and kill her. No. Thank you for hanging out, Dragon Garland. Sorry for coming in. It wasn't fair. I just wanted to do it. I thought it'd be funny. Sleep well, Dragon. Thank you for your help this afternoon. Oh, I've got some more sounds. Oh. Okay, they're all silly, but this thrust sound here is pretty good. Thank you, Albright. You got all of your sound effects. The file name starts with AC. What does that stand for? Yeah, let's pop that in. A little thrust sound is a good idea, and this is a very good thrust sound. This has to go inside the ship object, because the ship not going to go into it really, but the ship object is a prefab, which means it behaves differently. Oh, but that doesn't mean that lives here. That still lives in here. Thrust. SFX. Okay, play a script. Play a script, declare public audio source. One of these public audio sources wasn't working and I had to find a workaround, so I hope this works. Thrust SFX. Then we drag it in. It was from a Shutterstock pack they gave out a few years back, and it was from Anime Comedy Sound Pack. Yeah, sure. And now when we thrust, in fact, with a capital, we want to pop it in here. So we do thrust sfx.play, and the same for dynamic thrust. Okay, let's see how that feels. I also want to say, you can only shoot every 30 seconds because of identical messages. Yeah, but I feel like that's okay because, well, one, you can type a different... Big Popper, it looks to see if exclamation mark shoot is like contained inside what you said. So you can do shoot for one and then double exclamation mark shoots for your second. As long as it contains shoot. Some people write shoot and just put a random letter on the end. I have to say, you wasn't getting shoot to work. Huh. I wonder if people are getting a bit Skinner boxed, because there is a degree to which it just drops stuff if the chat's busy. No need to say sorry, Big Popper. No need to say sorry, Big Popper. You've always been a paragon of virtue. Let's find out, Rosanna. In theory, it should. I don't know if I want it to, but let's learn together. Left 90, thrust Thrust minus 20. Shoot. Huh. No, I think the way it handles stuff is different now. So no, it won't. You have to do separate things. To be honest, I never wanted it to do. I never really wanted people to be able to put stuff in like that. I might be able to code it so it would accept if people put a special character in, maybe. But I sort of like people having to do discrete actions. What am I testing? Oh, thrust. Uh-oh. Thrust 5. It's quite an extreme noise for how sort of minor it is. I might turn it down. I think it's too loud for... Thrust sfx.volume. We'll just take it down to half. Oh, sorry. I just Control S. It's probably not going to work now. Shoot. Nah. Sorry. Yeah, it was. I think in the fight for dominance between me and Pete, it wouldn't be good for the overall community for someone to come out on top. It needs to be constantly an open question. What would happen in the ring? Oh, what's this? I like it a lot. What could it ever be for? That's for like a power up, isn't it? That's for like a power up. Okay, now that people have got this much control, how does it feel? Like, did the game ever feel like you really had control over what was going on, given the delay? Like, definitely I could see people reacting and coming up with things that, like, are behaving strategically. Some people just want to fly around and shoot. Huh, I got rid of a lot of my hats when I moved. I only kept some in case we did more hat game, but we haven't. I'd say I've got fewer than 10, definitely. Maybe fewer than 5. Probably fewer than 5. At most 6 or 7. How many you got, Pete? I'm often annoyed by being collided with. Yeah, letting people thrust around quite so much has definitely changed things. Should I turn the maximum speed down? I could. 100 seems quite fast. Like, it only takes one person to... It only takes one person to do thrust 100. And then any semblance of strategy and firefights and thinking about your positioning, that's gone. So maybe the max speed needs to come down a bit. Can we try to max thrust 50? Yeah. This is what we're doing. We're tuning the game for fun, aren't we? Okay. Do you know what? I'll make this a... Dynamic. I'll just call this max thrust. And this can be minus max thrust. And then this is also max thrust. And then this is also max thrust. And then I just need to set that variable. So I think it was 100. This public int max thrust. Let's try 50. Oh, is it float? And is it in down here, definitely? Doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, it's good. All right. 50 it is. Let's just see how it plays, because if it's two smashing into each other... And I don't want it to be intentionally a very slow and deliberate game. It is still ultimately supposed to be like a party game. And I think if we remain interested in it, power-ups and reskins and I don't know. There's always more you can do. Alright, thrust 100. Is that really 50? Seems quite fast. Alright, right 90. Thrust 200. And the thing is, right, if you don't like being smashed, you can unsmash yourself, right? You can stop whenever you want. Did I what? Like, the fact you can do that, I think, goes a long way. Just get yourself out of free fall. No, I didn't. No, I absolutely didn't. I think you're going at the new max speed. I think 100 was more than that. Oh. Oh, but it's still cumulative. I forgot. It's still cumulative. It's still cumulative, yeah. One... Do you know a cheeky way I could do this? A cheeky way I could do it is to call stop right before I call go. So you let you stop for a second and then begin going. Like, you'd only stop for a frame, I don't think you'd notice it. And that would stop you cumulativing. Oh yeah, I'm playing. Alright, let's win. Do I ever win these? Like, fairly? Do I ever win these in a fair way?
Ow. Ow.
I didn't think that was Nick at all. I think it was not Nick. Let's see. Let's see my silly hacky solution. Okay, stop velocity. What happens if you call stop velocity before thrust? Stop velocity. Whereas normal thrust, which is much gentler, I won't put it on with. We'll just see how it looks for variable thrust. Okay, so spawn in, and now I'm going to do thrust 100. Seemed fine. Now I'm going to do thrust 100. Yeah, it stops you for just a second. It stops you for one frame. And then it means that the speed won't keep building, so I can keep doing thrust 50. There you go. Okay, that's right. 160? No, not quite. Left 20? Not quite. Left 10? Yeah, I think so. Oh! Get out of here. Get out of here. There should be something if you get hit in this. If you get hit in this, it triggers a new thing that changes that text there to say never mind. I think that would be good. Because that would mean officially you haven't won. How do I do that? Okay, so... this is held by something called the game state, because it's part of the winner mode stuff. Okay, I think I can do it. I think I can do it. So there's a little thing that's counting how many ships there are. Where is it? And that's used to work out when to go into winner mode. If players length equals this, if game state is playing equals this, and then that happens. But what if players length equals 0? Then, which can happen, right? It's going to be hard to set up, and then it's going to be hard to test. But then we're going to... Where do we get winner mesh text mesh from? Oh god, remember all this? We're back here. Winner text mesh. What's the origin of winner text mesh? Okay, so we're looking back to winner text. What calls that? Winner text. Okay, so we want game object winner text mesh. We don't want to instantiate it though, we just want to look for... Okay, so if it ever hits 0... Ah! Why did I do that? We don't start the game routine winner mode. We don't instantiate either, we go for... game object find, and then I think it's called like congratulations text. I think that's called exactly that. Let me look. Prefab. Congratulations text. Okay, so it's looking in the game scene. Is there anything called congratulations text? Find congratulations text, and then we're going to call that winner text mesh. And then we're just going to put in that never mind. That should work, I think. I'm sort of confident that should work. Should we try and test it? Gonna be a tough one to test. Funky. We now have some sound effects. We've got a timer sound effect, a game start sound effect, a person that killed themselves sound effect. Now we're looking to put in a little joke that happens if someone dies after they've won. I'm just going to head somewhere more visible. Do you know what, actually? If you can come in, and I'll just use... Bonk. Hang on, I'm just gonna use keyboard controls, and I'm just gonna shoot an absolute ton with the presumption that they'll hit you, but then come around and hit me as well. If I just go just a touch over here. Okay. Yeah, as long as you appreciate it's just being done for science. Okay, I hope this works. Oh, I've moved! Hit me! We've got to do it in the centre, of course. We've got to do it more central. Should have preempted that. Okay, this is kind of central. Oh, that's perfect. If you can just stay where you are. Do have to wait a minute though, but it'll all be worth it. Oh. Okay. Plem, don't move from your spot, but we have to kill Big Popper. I don't know if I can trust Big Popper to be part of the experiment. Big Popper will do other things. Don't worry, Big Popper. We know how to solve this. It is once again a crazy experiment. Perhaps overkill.
Ow.
Oh. I'll work on that later. It's quite a slow one to do. I think if I got into an alt account, I could just fix it in a bit. Nevertheless, we've got a game commencing noise. We've got a sad noise when you shoot yourself. Make the game harder when it's down to 2 players. I think now that's not needed. I don't think we need that anymore. I think the game ends with 2 people okay. Thank you, Big Wooden Bridge. I think it's come along rather nice. Do you want to play a game? Now that I think the bullets cross over and that people can move their positions, there's less flailing, and so someone will die. Background music. I am working on some background music. I'll show it to you. Yeah, I'll show it to you. It's very in a draft state, but it's getting somewhere, I think. And then I think it's probably time for me to wrap up because I normally do a stream for about 2 hours. This is nearly 4. Actually, maybe I'll play the Ableton project underneath, and then I can hear if it sounds right or not. And then I'll just let you play a few games, and then I gotta start on dinner. I'm making tonight. This is good. It's a good recipe. You just put a bit of chicken in some harissa paste, and then just fry that with some garlic. And then you just put in some stir-fry veg and some cherry tomatoes, and a bit of stock. And then put some chickpeas in there. Boil it for a while. Serve it with some yogurt. It's so nice. It's so good. Oh, see you immoral. Asteroids main. Okay. This music is by no means ready. It's just a little sketch. But nevertheless, can I make it play through this in a way that sounds like anything? The timer's out of sync. Let me move that onto a different... Moving this onto a different audio source. Sorry, that would have jumped up in volume. It hasn't got a lot of movement in it. It's a bit unmixed and so on. All right. We're just having a free play now. No experiments. If you want to play, if you want to shoot, go for it. Do you think there's anything to be said for like scores or keeping track of who's killed the most or... Yeah, fair enough. Doesn't really make sense, does it, with this is essentially a battle royale, and battle royales only care about who is left. That's fair. Do you know, it's at the point now, it's very near to just being done, isn't it? And then that's it. I want to get that fixed. It's so funny when someone dies afterwards. And then it will automatically restart. I want to put a timer here so you go, oh, it's going to restart in X many seconds. I think it waits 15. Feels like longer. Definitely feels like longer. I must be wrong. I must be wrong about that. How long does it wait? Twenty seconds. Feels like longer though. Yeah. Feels interminable, doesn't it? I think if Big Wooden Bridge was here, messing around, spinning around, enjoying the victory, it wouldn't feel so long. But... Oh! Is it because Big Wooden Bridge died? Could that be it? Huh. Curious. I'm just going to make a little tweak to the script. See if this makes a difference. Alright, back in. $25 more seconds if you want to spawn in. I won't be coming in and cheating this time. I'll just be doing pure commentary. Okay, who do we have? Dr. Plem, Big Wooden Bridge, Darley Sam, A Good Pete, Funky Mr. Chicken. There is a lot of disarray, I'm afraid. Funky Mr. Chicken, Darley Sam are all out of control. The game has begun. Dr. Plem hiding in the corner like a trapdoor spider. Funky Mr. Chicken narrowly avoiding one of the bullets there. Darley Sam has obliterated Big Wooden Bridge. And I'm afraid Big Popper Peter is also out of the game Smashed to bits by Dr. Plem. Oh, Darley Sam absolutely coming up and sniping the rear of Dr. Plem, who I'm afraid is going home in a coffin. A Good Pete and Darley Sam are sizing each other up. Oh, a narrow dodge there from one of Good Pete's little pellets. Here they are. Collided. Darley Sam's on the move. Very dangerous one while bullets are in play. Is that safe? Yeah, I think they'll be okay. That bullet's gone. There are no bullets ready. Darley Sam coming behind. Stopped. Incredible. Shark-like. Unstoppable. How will this play out? Ooh, very close. Almost on the rear of Darley Sam there. Good Pete could have been hoisted by his own behards. He's just drifting sideways languidly. Oh, this could be it. Oh, just never mind. I need it to say never mind. It's become so important to me that it says never mind. I will work on that. For next time, it will say never mind. Make it say never mind if the winner dies. Okay, is it actually waiting 20 seconds as well? I'll look into this as well. Is it not restarting properly? Oh, sorry, I thought it was better if I didn't obscure the screen. I'm not gone, I'm here. Could you not hear me? Albrot? Albrot, is that a threat? You doubled down. Best of luck, everyone, in the coming games. Dodge, thrust. Albrot's coming in here. Yep, re-angled. You get a more point for that, huh? Oh, I'm back.
Ow.
Oh, Plem, you self-crumpled? Okay, the games have begun. Good luck, everyone out there. Aritrax is self-crumpled, I'm afraid. I think Aritrax, you were travelling about as fast as your own bullet, so you couldn't caught up with it. You have a little bit of leeway to not get killed by your own bullet, but you were sort of travelling at the same speed. Oh, well done, Albrot. It is Albrot versus Funky, an absolute death match. Oh, Albrot, brutal, absolutely merciless. Okay, one more and then I have to go. One more and then I've got to start on dinner. So load on, load on the final Chatsteroids of the day is coming soon. Okay, this is it. The match to end all matches. Who do we have? Funky Mr. Chicken, Arid Tracks, Disconnected Dan, Dr. Plem, Big Wooden Bridge, Bread Santa. Did I say Darley Sam already? Everyone's off. Cannot count. I think there's no maximum speed that won't have people just driving madly across the screen. Where's Plem? Plem's hidden somewhere strange. Oh, Plem's behind chat. Lurking. Lurking in the shadows. Everyone's just gone. Yeah, who's left? Too many bullets. Red Santa's killed Albrot. Albrot killed Funky Mr. Chicken. Now it's just Big Wooden Bridge and Dr. Plem. And if it's between me and you, Big Wooden Bridge, you don't stand a chance. Dr. Plem sits at the top of the food chain. And your dinner. The doctor is in, and dinner is served. Dr. Plem, that was such a perfect turn. Oh no, not quite good enough. Big Wooden Bridge, this is your opening. Dr. Plem's still calculating. This is your chance. Oh no, Dr. Plem's got a second chance. And he dodged again. Amazing. Honestly, Big Wooden Bridge, I'd get out of there if I were you. This is not a favourable engagement. Big Wooden Bridge, get out of there. Don't stay. It's not for you. Oh!
Ow.
Incredible. Incredible. Now that's gaming. Oh yeah, incredible. You simply love to see it. Let's take a little look at the More Point leaderboard. Wow, Albrot's catching up. Okay everyone, this truly was gaming. I actually really enjoyed this and got a lot done. It could be an afternoon flavour to consider. Should the winner get an auto More Point? At the moment, I haven't got the experience of making Unity talk to the spreadsheets where the More Points live, but it is theoretically possible. Yeah, I think I'm onto a winner at some point. At some point, I'd just like to just leave Chatsteroids running for a day and just see what happens. But until then, it is harissa chicken time. I'm on cooking duty, so I'm going to say goodbye, be well, and happy Chatsteroids. Goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, what's Yeah. Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah, you're right. No, how about we just do like damage sound, like hurt, damage, ow, and then we go for lowest rating.
Ow.